My girlfriend said, "New year, new us." I replied, "New year, no us." Then I packed during the party, left at 11:59, never looked back, and I smiled when her new lasted 3 days before he left. Hey Reddit, babe, I think we need to talk about us. New year, new us, you know. I looked up from my phone and saw her standing in the doorway of our bedroom, champagne glass in hand, party dress already on. Behind her, I could hear our guests laughing in the living room. The countdown was in 3 hours. What do you mean by that exactly? She took a long sip, avoiding my eyes. I just think we've gotten so comfortable. Maybe too comfortable. We need to shake things up. That's when I noticed him through the doorway. Trevor, her work friend, who'd been showing up to way too many dinners lately. He was standing by the kitchen counter, watching us. I'm 30. She's 28. We'd been together for 4 years, living together for 2. Until that moment, I thought we were happy. You want to shake things up on New Year's Eve? During a party we're hosting. She shifted her weight, and I saw it then. That look people get when they're about to blow up their entire life and think they're being brave. I think we should open up the relationship. See other people. Experience more. The bass from the speaker in the living room thumped through the walls. Someone laughed loudly. The ice in my chest spread outward. And you're telling me this now because Trevor and we've connected on a really deep level, and I think. New year, no us. She blinked. What? I stood up and walked past her to the closet. You heard me. New year, no us. You want something new? Congratulations. You're about to get it. Wait, you can't be serious. We can talk about this. I pulled my duffel bag from the top shelf. No, actually we can't. You've already made your choice. You just wanted permission to not feel guilty about it. Her face went pale. I know that's not. Is he here? Trevor. Silence. He's here, isn't he? At our party. In our apartment. She grabbed my arm. Listen, you're overreacting. We can work through this. I love you. I gently removed her hand. You love the security I provide. The rent I pay. The life we built. But you don't love me enough to not ask for this. So I'm making it easy for you. You're leaving? Right now? Not yet. I'm packing now. I'm leaving at 11:59. Seems poetic, doesn't it? Her eyes went wide. You can't do this. What about the party? What about our friends? Tell them whatever you want. Tell them the truth. Tell them I had a family emergency. I honestly don't care anymore. I started pulling clothes from drawers, folding them methodically. She just stood there, champagne glass trembling in her hand. This is insane. You're being dramatic. I laughed, actually laughed. I'm being dramatic? You just asked me to let you sleep with your coworker while we stay together, and I'm the dramatic one. That's not what I said. That's exactly what you said. You just used prettier words. I zipped up one section of the bag. Where is he right now? In the living room. Does he know about this conversation you were planning to have with me? The way her face flushed told me everything. Oh my God. He knows. You two planned this. The realization hit me like cold water. You've already been sleeping with him, haven't you? We haven't. We just kissed once, okay? That's it. That's why I wanted to talk to you first, before anything else happened. I stopped packing and looked at her directly. You kissed him, then invited him to our New Year's party, then decided to ask me for an open relationship. Do you hear yourself? I made a mistake. People make mistakes. Yeah, they do. And I'm about to make one less mistake by staying. I went back to packing. She tried a different approach. Where are you even going to go? Your family is 3 states away. Hotel tonight. Figure out the rest tomorrow. This is our apartment. Actually, it's my apartment. You moved in with me, remember? Your name's not on the lease. I watched that hit her. She hadn't thought about the practical aspects. You can stay through January. I continued, pulling my toiletries bag from the bathroom. That gives you time to find a place. After that, I want you out. You can't kick me out. I absolutely can. Check the lease. But I'm giving you a month because despite everything, I'm not cruel. She started crying then. Big, dramatic tears. The kind that usually made me fold, made me apologize, made me try to fix things. Not this time. Please. Please don't do this. We can work through this. I'll cut contact with Trevor. I'll do whatever you want. You don't want to work through this. You want to have your cake and eat it too. You want me as the stable backup plan while you explore your options. I'm worth more than that. I continued packing. She kept crying. I do love you. I swear I do. Maybe you do, in your own way. But it's not the kind of love I need. It's not the kind of love I deserve. A knock on the bedroom door. Hey, everything okay in there? Trevor's voice. I smiled. Not a happy smile, but the smile you give when the universe confirms everything you suspected. Come in, Trevor. The door opened slowly. He stood there, 6 foot something of false confidence in a button-down shirt that probably cost more than my entire outfit. Look, man, I think there's been a misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. She told me everything. Well, most of everything. I filled in the rest. I zipped up my bag. She's all yours. Good luck. Wait, what? Trevor looked at her, confused. He's leaving me, she sobbed. He won't even try to work through this. Trevor looked between us, clearly not expecting to walk into this situation. Maybe I should go. No, stay, I said. Party's just getting started. Someone should enjoy the catered food I paid for. I slung my bag over my shoulder and grabbed my keys from the dresser. Please. She grabbed my arm again. Just stay through midnight. We can talk after everyone leaves. I checked my watch. 9:47 p.m. I'll be in the guest room until 11:59. Don't come in. Don't knock. Don't send Trevor or any of our friends to talk to me. At 11:59, I'm walking out that door and you'll never see me again. You don't mean that. I absolutely mean that. For years, and you throw it away for him? Someone you've known for what, 6 months? For months, she whispered. For months. And that was enough for you to risk everything we built. I walked past both of them into the guest room and locked the door. Through the walls, I could hear the party continuing. Someone turned up the music. More people arrived. The sound of champagne corks popping. I sat on the bed and pulled out my phone. Found a hotel downtown with availability. Booked it. Then I started going through logistics in my head. Bank accounts, mostly separate, thank God. Shared credit card, I'd cancel it tomorrow. Utilities, all in my name. Furniture, she could have most of it. I didn't want reminders. Around 10:30, someone knocked. Her best friend, probably. I didn't answer. At 11:15, my phone buzzed. Text from her. Please come out. Let's talk like adults. I didn't respond. At 11:30, another text. Trevor left. He said this was too much drama. See, it meant nothing. I choose you. I almost laughed. He'd lasted 3 hours in the reality of what he'd helped create. At 11:45, I stood up and did a final check. Wallet, keys, phone, charger. Everything else I needed could be replaced. At 11:55, I opened the guest room door. The party had thinned out. Maybe 10 people left. She was on the couch, face buried in her hands. Her best friend sat next to her, rubbing her back. I walked toward the door. Wait. She jumped up. Please. Just wait until after midnight. Don't leave like this. It's better this way. Clean break. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You were thinking you could have everything. The stability and the excitement. The safety and the risk. But life doesn't work like that. I made a mistake. You made a choice. There's a difference. I opened the door. Someone in the living room started the countdown early. 60, 59, 58. She grabbed my hand. Don't go. Please. I'll do anything. 45, 44. There's nothing to do. It's over. 30, 29. I love you. 15, 14. I love the person I thought you were. 10, 9, 8. I pulled my hand away and stepped into the hallway. 5, 4, 3. The door closed behind me. 2, 1. Happy New Year. Cheers erupted from inside the apartment. I heard her start crying again. I pressed the elevator button. When the doors opened, I stepped inside and didn't look back. The hotel room was quiet, sterile, peaceful. I ordered room service and sat by the window, watching fireworks explode over the city. My phone buzzed constantly. Texts from her. Texts from concerned friends who'd apparently gotten the story. I put it on Do Not Disturb and ate my overpriced burger. For the first time in months, I felt like I could breathe. The next morning, I woke up early and started making calls. Found a friend who had a spare room I could rent month to month. Took the day off work. Went back to the apartment at noon when I knew she'd be at her parents' house. She'd texted that much before I silenced her. I packed methodically. Clothes, books, personal items. My coffee maker. The good knife set I'd brought into the relationship. The framed photo of my grandparents. I left the couch, the TV, most of the kitchen stuff. She could have it. I was loading the last box into my car when she pulled up. You're really doing this? I told you I was. Where are you going? Does it matter? She looked terrible. Eyes swollen. No makeup, wearing the same dress from last night. Everyone at the party thinks I'm a monster. What did you tell them? The truth. That I asked for an open relationship and you left. And what did they say? She looked down. Most of them said you were right to leave. That I was stupid. That I threw away something good. They're not wrong. Trevor blocked my number. He said I'm too messy and he doesn't want drama in his life. She laughed bitterly. Funny how he didn't mind the drama when he thought he could have me without consequences. That's what happens when fantasy meets reality. I keep replaying last night. I keep thinking about how I could have handled it differently. I closed the trunk. The problem wasn't how you handled it. The problem was that you wanted it in the first place. Do you think we could ever? No. Just like that? No. You showed me who you are. I believe you. That's it. That's not fair. People make mistakes. People grow. You're right. They do. And I'm growing by learning when to walk away. I got in my car. She stood in the parking lot, watching. I hope you find what you're looking for, I said through the window. I really do. But it's not going to be with me. I drove away. In the rearview mirror, I saw her sink to the curb, head in her hands. The first week was hard. Not because I missed her. I was surprised by how much I didn't miss her. But because I had to adjust. New routine. New space. New normal. My friends were supportive. Word had spread about what happened. Several people reached out to check on me. A few told me they'd never liked her that much anyway, which made me wonder why no one had said anything before. She always seemed kind of selfish, one friend said over beers. Like everything had to be on her terms. I thought about that. He wasn't wrong. Planning always revolved around her schedule. Restaurants were always her choice. Even our apartment was in the neighborhood she wanted, not the one closer to my work. How had I not seen it before? Week 2, I got a long email from her. 6 paragraphs about how sorry she was, how she'd been going to therapy, how she realized she had commitment issues and fear of settling down, how Trevor had been an escape from her anxiety about our relationship getting serious, how she wanted to do the work to fix herself. I read it twice. Then I deleted it and didn't respond. Week 3, she showed up at my new place. I don't know how she got the address, probably from a mutual friend. We need to talk. No, we don't. Just give me 5 minutes. I crossed my arms. You have 3. I've been in therapy. Real therapy. I'm working on my stuff. I know I sabotaged us because I was scared. I know I hurt you. I know I don't deserve another chance. But I'm asking for one anyway. Time's up. Please. I love you. I really do. I didn't know what I had until I lost it. That's the problem. You had to lose it to value it. What happens next time you get scared, or bored, or meet another Trevor? There won't be another Trevor. You don't know that. You don't even know yourself well enough to know why you did what you did. You need to figure that out before you can be in any relationship. I'm figuring it out. That's what therapy is for. Good. I'm glad you're doing that. Do it for yourself, not for me. We're done. You're being cruel. I'm being clear. There's a difference. She started crying again. I can't believe you're throwing away 4 years. I'm not the one who threw it away. You did that. I'm just refusing to pick it up. So that's it. You just get to move on and be fine while I fall apart. I'm not fine. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm disappointed. But I'm choosing to move forward instead of backward. You should do the same. I closed the door. Month 2. I heard through the grapevine that she'd moved back in with her parents. The apartment we'd shared was too expensive for her alone, and finding a roommate quickly wasn't easy. Trevor, apparently, had started dating someone from a different department at work. She'd found out when she saw them together at the company happy hour she'd forced herself to attend. I didn't feel bad for her. I didn't feel good about her pain either. I just felt neutral, like hearing about a stranger's problems. That's when I knew I was healing. Month 3, I went on my first date. Nothing serious, just coffee with a woman I'd met through friends. We talked for 2 hours. She was funny, smart, had her life together. We made plans for a second date. On the way home, my phone rang. Her number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Hey. Hi. Her voice was quiet. I know I shouldn't call. Probably not. I just wanted you to know that I'm moving. Taking a job in another city. Fresh start. That's good. I hope it works out for you. I also wanted to say thank you. For what? For leaving. For not letting me manipulate you into staying. For having enough self-respect for both of us. She paused. I didn't understand it at the time, but you did the right thing. For both of us. I'm glad you can see that now. Are you happy? I thought about it. The new apartment. The new routines. The coffee date earlier. The way I didn't feel constantly anxious about whether I was enough. Yeah, I am. Good. You deserve it. Another pause. I should go. Take care of yourself. You too. She hung up. I stood there for a moment, phone in hand, and realized something. I didn't feel anything. No anger, no sadness, no lingering love. Just a quiet acceptance that this chapter was closed. 6 months later, I was at a party, a real one, not the nightmare of New Year's Eve. Someone asked me about my resolution from last year. I didn't make one, I said. Really? Not even something small. I smiled. I guess I did, actually. Right at 11:59 on New Year's Eve. I resolved to stop accepting less than I deserve. And how's that going? I looked around the room. At my new friends. At the woman I'd been dating for 3 months, who was laughing with someone across the room. At the life I'd built by walking away from the one that wasn't serving me. Pretty damn well, actually. What made you decide that? I thought about her standing in the doorway with her champagne glass. About Trevor lurking in the background. About the moment I realized I had a choice. Someone reminded me that sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is leave. Even when it's hard. Even when everyone's watching. Even when it's 11:59 on New Year's Eve. That must have been difficult. It was the easiest hard decision I ever made. Later that night, my girlfriend asked me about it. We'd talked about my past relationship before, but never in detail. Do you ever regret it? Leaving the way you did? No, I said honestly. I regret staying as long as I did. I regret not seeing the signs earlier. But leaving? That was the first good decision I'd made in months. What signs? The way she always needed to be the center of attention. The way our relationship existed on her terms. The way I'd started to feel like an accessory to her life instead of a partner in it. Do you think she ever really loved you? I considered that. I think she loved what I represented. Security, stability, someone who'd always be there. But love isn't just about what someone gives you. It's about what you're willing to give up for them. And she wasn't willing to give up anything. And the Trevor thing? He was just a symptom. If it wasn't him, it would have been someone else eventually. She was looking for an exit ramp, but didn't want to be the bad guy. So you became the bad guy instead? I didn't become anything. I just refused to play the game. She squeezed my hand. I'm glad you didn't stay. Me too. A year after that New Year's Eve, I was scrolling through social media and saw she posted something. A photo from her new city. She looked happy. Genuinely happy. Not the performed happiness of someone trying to convince themselves. Good for her, I thought, and kept scrolling. My girlfriend came up behind me. What are you thinking about? Nothing important. Liar. You have that faraway look. just remembering last year. How different everything was. Better now? Infinitely better. She kissed the top of my head. We're having people over next week for New Year's. You okay with that? Or is it too weird? I smiled. It's fine. Different apartment, different people, different life. I'm not the same person I was then. No. That guy was afraid to demand what he deserved. Afraid to be alone. Afraid to start over. And now I know that being alone is better than being with someone who makes you feel alone. And starting over isn't scary. Staying in something dead is scary. The party the next week was nothing like that disaster. Different energy, different people, different relationship. At 11:58, everyone started gathering for the countdown. 2 minutes, someone announced. My girlfriend pulled me close. Any regrets from the past year? I thought about the hotel room, the moving boxes, the difficult conversations, the growth that came from walking away. Not a single one. What about the year ahead? I'm exactly where I want to be. The countdown started. 10, 9, 8. I looked at her smiling face, at the friends around us, at the life I'd built by having the courage to leave the one that was killing me slowly. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Cheers erupted. Champagne corks popped. People hugged and kissed and celebrated. And me? I just smiled, remembering the person I was a year ago, walking out the door at 11:59 with a duffel bag and no plan beyond anywhere but here. Best decision I ever made. 3 days after the party, that disastrous New Year's Eve, Trevor had left her life as quickly as he'd entered it. Just like my girlfriend had texted me that night. The fantasy had crashed into reality, and reality had won. But that wasn't my story anymore. My story was the one I was living now. The one where I knew my worth. The one where I didn't settle. The one where I walked away at 11:59 and never looked back. And when I heard she'd moved to another city, started fresh, maybe figured herself out, I smiled. Not because I was glad she struggled. Not because I wanted her to suffer. But because her story and mine had diverged that night, and we were both better for it. She'd learned, eventually, that you can't have everything. That choices have consequences. That some doors, once closed, don't open again. And I'd learned that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is leave. Even when it's hard. Even when everyone's watching. Even when you're not sure what comes next. Because anything, even uncertainty, is better than staying somewhere you're not valued. New year, new us? No. New year, know us. And thank God for that.